learners, welcome to our CBSE English Literature series. Today we will be solving all the textbook question answers from Robert Frost's beautifully simple poem, Dust of Snow. As we see, the exercise focuses on conceptual understanding. CBSE values the need to explain the symbolism, the meaning, and the depth behind the poet's words. Frost presents nature as a healer by using simple symbols like the crow, the hemlock tree, and the dust of snow. He shows how even a small moment in life can change someone's outlook completely. The poem presents a moment that seems simple but has a larger significance. Compare this other quotation from Robert Frost: away, away, a larger significance, a little thing touches a larger thing. The first question is, what is a dust of snow? What does the poet say has changed his mood? How has the poet's mood changed? So here, first we will start with question 1, part 1. What is a dust of snow? The answer is, in the poem Dust of Snow by Robert Frost, the phrase dust of snow refers to the fine powdery flakes of snow that gently fall from the branches of a hemlock tree. The expression beautifully captures the delicate and transient touch of nature, which becomes catalyst for a sudden emotional transformation in the poet. Now let's answer the second part. What does the poet say has changed his mood? The answer is, the poet says that this simple natural incident, the light shower of snow falling upon him, changed his mood. He has been feeling depressed and burdened by dark thoughts, but the unexpected contact with nature's purity and calmness refreshed his mind. Now let's see the third part of the question. How has the poet's mood changed? The answer is, his mood, which was earlier gloomy and despondent, shifts to one of cheerfulness and renewed hope. The poet realizes that even a small moment in nature's company can bring out a positive change and save the day from being wasted in sorrow. Frost thus conveys a universal truth that nature has the power to deal and uplift the human spirit even through the tiniest of gestures. Question number 2. How does Frost present nature in this poem? The following questions may help you to think of an answer. The part 1 of question number 2 runs like, what are the birds that are usually named in poems? Do you think a crow is often mentioned in poems? What image comes to your mind when you think of a crow? The answer of part 1 is, usually in poetry, birds like nightingales, cuckoos, or swans are celebrated for their beauty and melodious voices. A crow, on the other hand, is rarely mentioned because it is often associated with darkness, harshness, and ill omen. When one thinks of a crow, images of gloom or winter landscapes come to mind. Yet Frost deliberately chooses this bird to show that even something commonly considered unattractive or ominous can bring about a positive and refreshing change. Now let's see part 2 of question number 2. The question is again, what is a hemlock tree? Why doesn't the poet write about a more beautiful tree such as a maple or an oak or a pine? The answer is, the hemlock tree is a poisonous evergreen associated with sadness and death. Unlike trees such as the maple, oak, or pine, which symbolize beauty, strength, or vitality, Frost's choice of the hemlock is significant. It reflects the poet's initial gloomy state of mind. However, by using this tree, Frost also suggests that beauty and hope can emerge even from the darkest or most unlikely sources. Now, part 3 of question number 2. The question is, what do the crow and hemlock represent, joy or sorrow? What does the dust of snow that the crow shakes off a hemlock tree stands for? The answer here runs like, both the crow and the hemlock tree traditionally represent sorrow, gloom, and negativity. But in the poem, they become symbols of natural grace and transformation. The dust of snow that the crow shakes off the hemlock tree symbolizes a small, gentle act of nature that bring about a moment of enlightenment and emotional renewal for the poet. It stands for the unexpected joy that can change one's mood and outlook on life. The next question, question number 3, is, have there been times when you felt depressed or hopeless? Have you experienced a similar moment that changed your mood that day? Yes, there have been times when I have felt disheartened and low in spirit, especially when things did not go as planned or when I faced failure despite putting in a lot of effort. On such days, everything seems dull and meaningless. Once, after receiving disappointing marks in an exam, I was feeling quite dejected. I decided to take a walk in the evening, and as I stepped outside, I noticed how the sky was painted in shades of pink and orange at sunset, and a gentle breeze brushed past my face. That simple sight instantly calmed my mind and lifted my mood. I realized that one bad moment cannot define an entire day, and that nature has its own quiet way of reminding us that peace and beauty still exist around us. Now, the last part, that is the conclusion. Just like the poet, in Dust of Snow, I too felt that a small moment in nature's presence could bring a sense of hope and renewal. It taught me that positivity often comes from the simplest and most unexpected experiences. So, this is an example of how to structure the answers of Dust of Snow, and you can always take away the points from this video and create your own answer with your own words and explanations. CBSE always focuses on conceptual understanding, so focus on that, understand the poem, and then write the answer. If you are interested to get a full PDF notes on Dust of Snow, including the explanations and solved sample questions, yearly questions, and worksheets for your practice, then fill the form in the description box below. Those were all the textual question and answers from the poem The Dust of Snow by Robert Frost. To get more literature videos like this, press the bell icon.